We are a group that is truly committed to excellence. This is a group where really we use our commitment and passion for science and care, but combine it with leadership, camaraderie, and really passion for everything that's related to skin of color dermatology.
Being a part of the Skin of Color Society is like being part of an international community of individuals that range from dermatologists, members of industry, medical students, residents, all who share one passion. The society really stands alone as the only and the premier organization that focuses on advancing education, awareness, and research into areas of importance for patients of color.
You don't have to be a doctor of color to treat patients of color, but you do have to recognize the diseases and how the different diseases and how they present.
Our mission is to improve the lives of patients who have skin of color dermatologic issues, and for us to be the true leaders and the one-stop resource for the global community.
This core mission has driven the growth and expansion of the Skin of Color Society since it was founded in 2004 by Dr. Susan Taylor.
I remember going to the first meeting at one of the American Academy of Dermatology meetings. There was standing room only. And I found that there were more people interested of all backgrounds in starting the Skin of Color Society.
When I was training in dermatology, all my professors used to see we're all the same. All the acne is treated the same for everyone. All the atopic dermatitis and eczema is treated the same. And now we know that it's not like that.
And while we've made tremendous strides over the past 15 years, there still remain a number of important shortfalls.
Today, the need for knowledge about skin of color dermatology has never been greater.
We know that our increasing diverse population here in the US and globally continues to change. By 2020, more than 50% of the US population will be skin of color. And what better group to be able to handle any of those issues and really be the trendsetters than the Skin of Color Society.
If you look at the literature, it's very, very limited as far as clinical data, basic science data on skin of color. So this society allows you to find that knowledge, to fill that void, and to be part of a group of dynamic experts in skin of color.
We have to educate our patients, educate our doctors, and educate ourselves on a daily basis to be able to handle the complications that the patients with skin of color has, to be able to prevent those complications because of diseases that are not diagnosed on time, and also to save lives.
Patients need to know that there is a difference and that they want to seek out a board-certified dermatologist who has that expertise in skin of color to make sure that whatever adverse reaction that they have, that they can fix it.
So it's very important that you are up to date and knowing what these different needs are.
That's where the Society's Scientific Symposium comes in as a leading showcase of world-class expertise.
We put on an excellent scientific program every year at the annual meeting and have the opportunity to have residents and fellows present their work as well as known leaders in the field.
Where we show our experts in their essence, talking about what they know best, and probably in many cases better than anyone else in the entire world.
This is a forum where we often hear breaking news about breakthroughs for hair disorders, for pigmentary disorders, for scarring. That's exciting.
In support of scientific research, the Skin of Color Society offers various grants that impact the field and influence careers.
The Skin of Color Society Research Award was the very first grant that I applied for. It was the first time that I thought about addressing a problem that was unique to patients with ethnic skin. And that kind of jump-started my interest in these range of diseases. And as time has gone on, I've continued to do more and more research. And I see the Skin of Color Society as a great platform to discover new cures and treatments for these very difficult to treat conditions.
From medical school to medical practice, the Skin of Color Society plays a unique role.
We take the individual from the place where they're just starting in their medical career and thinking about, kind of where would I like to go? Is dermatology right for me? All the way through residency, through fellowship, and into their practicing world.
And there's nothing like having a hands-on mentor.
One of the exciting parts about the Skin of Color Society is their mentorship program. And that's where you bring these generational dermatologists together and you come up with new ideas and you learn how to treat your patients.
We have partnered with industry and some options to train mentees and mentors in how to work with industry to improve the outcomes for our patients. We actually have a mentorship directly within our society that we organize, where we have fellows and residents who have all access to us.
I'm constantly learning new things from my colleagues and co-members who are in this organization. And every day I'm able to use something that I'm learning from one of my colleagues and incorporating that into my everyday practice.
Well, let me take a look and see what progress we've made.
I wouldn't be the kind of dermatologist I am without the Skin of Color Society. I think it's really shaped who I am as a physician, as a person.
It's a great brotherhood, a sisterhood, and that people learn from each other.
On a broader scale, the Society is changing the landscape of the field.
The Skin of Color Society has been a champion for diversity, and we have created, through efforts from some of our previous presidents, the Diversity in Action Task Force, which is really tasked at increasing diversity in the dermatology workforce.
We're partnering with other societies. We're doing an actually inter-society group now with the American Academy of Dermatology and several other societies to increase the training that we're giving to residents who are already in dermatology and skin of color, to increase the matriculation into medical school and dermatology residencies. That has been one of the most powerful things that we could ever have done.
Everyone benefits from the true diversity of the Society's membership.
You're getting the perspective of people from around the country, around the world. The more exposure that you get, the more different opinions that are involved, I think the better treatment options that are available to our patients.
We've had a number of outreach efforts at global conferences. We have been invited to be the sister society to a number of international initiatives and recruiting new dermatologists as members who practice in countries within Southeast Asia, within Africa, in Europe, in South America, in Australasia. By bringing in more members from those global communities, we hope to really increase our global collaboration.
Members from all over the world are encouraged to become active from the start.
For someone who's coming to the society new, I would probably recommend they start with committee work. Start to learn how we work and then start to move up in the society. We always are looking for the next leaders.
Any member of the Skin of Color Society, both new or veteran, is welcome, encouraged, and we want them to be involved in leadership.
The Society offers excellent resources for members and the public.
We have a wonderful patient resource on our website. It has now over 30 different disease states and conditions in skin of color patients.
On an ongoing basis, members interact with the media to help raise public awareness.
We have created a number of initiatives, including successful Media Day programs, which we have held in New York City, and have invited members of digital, print, and broadcast media, as well as bloggers, which have led to hundreds of high-level media placements.
It has just been an outpouring of interest when we go and do this day. And all the material that we actually tell these people comes out in their publications.
The Skin of Color Society is expanding its reach through social media platforms.
Nowadays, everything is on social media. It's more of a medium for us to absorb information. By being proactive, we can educate the public, the press, we can show the wonderful things that we do.
And the future looks bright for this vibrant organization as future leaders emerge.
I want to serve as a role model for people who are coming behind me, because I think that when it comes to diseases affecting ethnic populations, we really need all hands on deck.
You need to be part of us. We need to be part of you.
Get involved. These are mentors that will be your mentors for life. And by surrounding yourself with such amazing people, you stand on the shoulders of giants.
We continue to grow. We continue our outreach efforts. We want to be the ones to increase our dermatology workforce, become savvy with media, help in policy, and take our advocacy and research efforts to the next level. I really believe that the sky is the limit for us.